Welcome back once again, guildmates. I am here back with more manga dubs. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. I've been busy working on all sorts of stuff. And if you're not a patron, you won't know what I'm talking about. But if you are a patron, you probably saw a lot of interviews go up in the last day or so. All right. I have decided that for manga dubs, I'm going to bring guests on to do some of these with me. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this, really quickly, for anybody that's coming over from the Ace of Diamonds subreddit, that's like, oh, who's the new person? This is my buddy Cody, also
Hi.
known as Legend by Design. He's a voice actor. And specifically, why I'm dragging him into Ace of Diamonds stuff is because I wrote and directed and played uh, cos- a abridged one shot of Ace of Diamond for Fat Dog Studios, and he voiced Sawamura for me. Now he's
Is the first
I'm not.
qualification?
I'm not gonna have you be Sawamura for this because Sawamura
Okay.
is very different.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
kind of how. Kind of how I had you do Sawamura for that was intentionally to try and be the opposite of Sawamura a bit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Yeah, well, not necessarily the opposite. He did talk a lot of shit. I just kind of summed things up and had and gave you kind of a different direction in certain aspects of personality. But
Right, right.
that
Yeah.
being said, there are a lot of characters in here that I will need you to voice for,
Okay.
and that will make things a lot easier. Plus, I think using your natural voice for Miyuki Kazuya, uh, he'll be the one that I'm gonna have you take over for.
Miyuki.
So
Okay,
yeah,
sure. The
Miyuki.
catcher, right.
Yeah, he's the catcher in the rye. There's a couple of new characters, new catchers and stuff too, and I'm hoping that this will be an experience that if you enjoy these chapters enough, that you will go really serious. Who knows? But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it with episode or no chapter. We're not doing episodes. Uh, chapter 140. I already did enough episodes for you. Capitals prelims brackets having been drawn, only a week is left until the tournament starts. And okay, I'm not giving him any backstory. I'm throwing you right into the thick of this.
Okay.
40, the answer. June 23rd, Monday. Oh, look, the cheerleaders are getting ready, and so are the managers. All
Yeah.
right, so you see the kid in the glasses? That's Miyuki. So get to know him. Get to know that face. Exam week. Oh shit, they're going through their exam. Okay, from uh Sawamura joining because the stuff that you saw Sawamura hadn't actually joined the team.
Right.
Uh a year has passed since, and these are the new first years on the team,
Okay.
including Okamura here, Wolf Boy. This kid on the bottom panel that they're focusing on, the bottom set
Okay.
panels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have you voice him too. He's another catcher. Oh God,
Okay.
it's a girl here. I thought he was studying up for his test, but he's pursuing a mysterious notebook again. What is it? Some country state secrets or something? Nope, it's literally the game statistics and stats from a game that Sato did.
Right.
So Sunday, the previous day. Sunday. Is this Sawamura pitching? I think it is. Yeah, it's Sawamura pitching.
Looks like it, yeah.
That is the catcher for Sawamura at this moment. And
Miyuki is.
Miyuki, yeah.
Okay.
And okay, as you can see, Okamura is in the dugout waiting in
Right.
case Miyuki needs to get replaced. So moving on to the next. Okay, so this is the off the record discussion. Off the record discussion. All right, here we go. You start with not bad.
Not bad.
Agreed. Yesterday, I only got to one. Now I'm able to move more freely than I expected.
This team's gonna be all over you right from the first pitch.
Hey, son. All about their batters, too. So I'm going to use not only the inside and outside corner to shake them up, but also vary the height of my pitches. And I want to keep waist pitches to a minimum. Zone. Assuming I will pitch the whole game by myself, what's going to be important is how well I can handle keeping my pitching count to a minimum in the first half.
Ain't you being a little too greedy, though?
You think? Yeah. You.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Like for today, you can forget about trying to pitch the whole game by yourself. You're still fatigued from the training camp, remember? Rather than worry about high goals, let's worry about the batter in front of us first, right?
Words of wisdom. Now, let me see with my own eyes that mature senpai like... Oh, shit. That's you, actually.
Now, let me see with my own eyes that mature senpai-like pitching you showed while I was away.
You're still going on about that?
Sawamura does understand in his own way what it means to be entrusted with starting... Right. Ugh, let me try that again.
It's okay.
Sawamura does understand in his own way what it means to be entrusted with the starting pitcher position in this game. That must be why he's so worked up.
Too greedy, huh? Look that eager. I came here to become the ace. I won't be bested by anyone when it comes to how much I want to make this wish come true. I will become the ace among... And then in the background, he hasn't changed all his... This is going to be the conclusion to our training camp, guys. The balls will go flying, so fielders, I'll be counting on all of you to have my back. Like, it's straight old Sawamura. Okay, here comes the thing. I don't think I want you to be Haruchi, who's the second one, but oh my god, yes, I want you to be Kanemaru. That guy. Okay, I really do want you to check out some of the anime, just so you can understand what their personalities and some of their quirks are at some point. Yeah. But yeah, okay. That'll be... So you'll be the first panel, and then the third panel, and I'll be the second and fourth.
Right! Nice call there!
That's right! Just do it like you always do!
Yeah! Loosened up now, yeah?
You normally channel all of your energy into one point when you throw, right? Okay, let's get this started, guys! Yeah, or so everyone
do it, Sawamura!
Oh, I'll let you be the batter here.
His pitches are fast, but nothing I can't target. We gotta score first.
Oh, God. Pitcher and catcher are wanted body and soul, and... Oh, shit, no, that's actually... Okay, never mind, that's somewhere. Pitcher and catcher are wanted... Promise, I will bring out the best of your... Oh, nope, that is... Never mind, that's Miyuki. My bad,
Pitcher and catcher are one in body and soul. And while I'm sitting in front of you, I promise I will bring out the best of your ability.
I don't know why that dude is making the weird face he is. But the coach is right beside him. Then you've got arm pitcher, Okamura the catcher, and there's Furuya, who is the other pitcher that is second year along with Sawamura.
Okay.
But essentially, Furuya from the get-go was a better pitcher than Sawamura, and stuff happened, and now Sawamura is actually looking to be...
All right. Yeah.
So now it's the battle for the ace title for the second year, and holy shit.
Word.
On this page. On page 9.
All right. If you want to obtain what lies beyond...
Setup motion here. Winding up, you see the arm coming over, the foot hits, and then wham! Look at that outside corner just over the edge of the plate right there. When you get to 10, you can see where he caught it, and that's a strike, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Strike! Strike!
Okay. Looking hot today again, you big bastard.
Nice pitch there, Sawamura. Nice pitch.
All right. All right, where do you want to throw next?
Okay.
Right to where my mitt was. You just left up until. Oof. You just left the ump no choice but to raise his hand and call a strike.
Okay, this is pretty fucking intense. I also I love shoo guy right there, but Okamura just seeing all of that.
It's like, what the hell's going
They
on?
only had 2 hits in 9 innings. They scored two runs in 9 innings, and say that's pretty freaking impressive.
Yeah.
And man, a pitch for 8 innings. Jesus, that's crazy. And then it was called in the 9th. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
he
Pitching for 8.
pitched him for 8 innings, and then we move on to the next. Okay, in the foreground, you behind him and to the right, I believe that's Sawamura. It looks like.
Yeah.
And then 2 chairs behind him is also a teammate. I can't remember.
Right.
But anyway, okay. So as we move on to the next page and we're meeting more people, a lot of these kids are also first years.
Okay.
With the short oval looking glasses, he's actually a pitcher, and he and Sawamura get along kind of well. Okay, this is you calling at him.
Okumura!
No, it's Okamura.
Okumura.
Yeah.
Okumura! Starting today, it's only light practice. You need to give yourself a rest and take care of your condition like the rest. Besides, there are tests at the beginning of this week. Oh, is it still
Yeah,
me?
that's all you, bro.
Okay. Besides, there are tests at the beginning of the week, so don't forget to study. Oh well, Okumura is probably
Okamura,
fine.
you're having fun. Oh, well, Okamura is probably fine academically speaking, but yeah, that try to say
Okamura. Okay.
Okamura.
Oh well. Okamura is probably fine academically speaking, but just keep in mind that if you fail too many subjects, you're off the roster. This is something the coach is particularly uncompromising about.
Oh God. Okay, so here's the thing. This one is your yahaha guy, your laughing guy that's talking to your other character.
All right. Last year, only Furuya.
Furuya or Furuya.
Okay.
Furuya. It's easier to just say Furuya.
Last year, only Furuya had to take the makeup tests, was it? Sawamura somehow scraped by, but all of his scores were borderline.
That's funny. You couldn't move like you wanted in the practice games, could you? You don't have to worry about it too much, though. Last year, Kominato sit out the fielding practice. It's okay. You wouldn't be on the roster to begin with if you weren't recognized as a valuable asset. Bullpen, too. We gotta cheer up the pitchers who are getting ready in the bullpen or calm them down, depending on how to prevent them from overthrowing. Be it the bullpen or the dugout, you can still fight just by being there. Fucking Ono, man. Oh, Ono's the best. He is the other third-year catcher, but he got injured, so that's why the first-year catcher got pulled up. I haven't been on the roster for so long for nothing. a ton of things I want to tell you and Yui, so feel free to drop by my room anytime. I will continue to drop by Miyuki's room too. Oh, shit.
Thank you. Hearing that from you really put me at ease.
Which is the reason why everybody's surprised is because Okamura is very much like a lone wolf.
Right. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe from him.
Mm-hmm. This is also you, I believe.
The team has no use for a player who are stuck feeling weak or undeserving. I just need to do what I just need to do what the way I am now, can do. This is the answer.
Okay. And we get back to the coach's office. 7 hits given up and 2 runs lost in 8 innings. That's against Kokanoe. He showed confident pitching, never getting flustered when... Oh, geez. Okay, so I'm going to do these, most of these, I'm going to give you the actual head coach. I admit yesterday Sawamura really did well. Not to mention, lately, it was mainly him who was entrusted with pitching in games against strong schools, and he delivered good results in all those matches. We could probably even say that he's been fulfilling the duty of the ace with flying colors. Only, Furia has been rapidly improving too. He is someone who has been shouldering the ace number since the new team was formed, and he kept steadily growing as the ace under the pressure that comes with that growth was the pitching he showed at Senbatsu. Stripping that kind of pitcher of the ace number will give birth to all kinds of implications both inside and outside the team. It might even rob Furia of the potential growth he could have achieved with that number on his back. Jesus, man. I think this is the coach.
Okay. I'm sure you have.
Oh no,
your own thoughts.
sorry, my bad. That as soon as I saw Kataoka-san, I realized that was... Sawamura is a strong man who's been growing in the face of adversity. So I think we should entrust the ace number to Furia. No! Only one can have the ace number! Okay, no. Ochai can go suck it. Sawamura has worked so hard on this shit. I fucking refuse to let Furia have the ace number once again. Oh, that makes me mad. That makes me so mad. Yeah. Everybody needs to quit looking at Furia like he's the golden fucking egg. He's not.
Well, I'm looking at the first comment here. He's like,
yeah,
the first comment is, "You've got to be kidding me."
Yeah. You gotta be kidding me. And then Jao Vitors 95. I said before that I would drop this series if Ajun didn't get the ace number this summer, but I kind of almost see the appeal to the writer to create this drama of giving the number to someone undeserved because of bias. I can't deny it. It would be interesting read if Furia gets it and some people get mad, including Sawamura, causing some internal problems, making Furia mad because he feels he doesn't deserve it, and making the coaches understand that these aren't chess pieces, these are people. I still want it to be Sawamura, but I think it would be a great read either way.
Yes. So
what is the thing? What is the thing he just said? I'll just leave this year. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh god! It's the no.
Steve Carell.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yep. You get this giant long essay from fucking Team Ace. Have at it, Hoss.
Oh, many interesting details in this chapter, in my opinion. First, it's the fact that last match had the feedback between Miyuki and Furia as one of the main subjects. Now it was between Miyuki and Sawamura. In both cases, the point being to show how more mature their pitching strategies are, being able to think by themselves now. Though I can't help but dislike how to Furia plan. Okay. Miyuki says If you can do it, awesome. But to Sawamura, it is rather than worry about high goals, let's worry about the batter in front of us. In that defense, it could also be said that perhaps it was just to loose up Sawamura, as that was the picture that Terajima is Terajima the artist?
Yeah, Terajima is the mangaka.
Okay. Terajima wanted to paint that with the following panels, and it's not the first time it happened. As well as the focus on what's in front of me has been Sawamura's motto, comparing with Furia expectations of the future. But nevertheless, I don't like how Terajima always is, in a way, always
Demoralizes.
in a way demoralizes Sawamura. Like if he can't focus on the task ahead and think that the next steps at the same time. Huh. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
You're gonna
he's
get an
somewhat-
interesting perspective.
Yeah. Oh no, I think that no. This is an interesting perspective for sure. On Sawamura's game, nice to see that the first batter his pitches are fast, but nothing I can't target. Nice to see how it developed in the past batters thinking the pitches are slow, I can hit them. I don't understand why he can't hit them. They're so slow from the bench. And now they have a decent speed plus Sawamura's control and movement.
Which is absolutely true.
Yeah. Still, on that game, I liked Furia's little commentary with the nice pitch, following the small conversation with Sawamura and the smiles they shared 2 chapters ago. I'm finally liking again some of the Furia behaviors. While I don't really like the character at all, I was interested in the first appearances of Furia in the manga, showing to be at least decently sociable, with the catch game between him and Sawamura when Sato went to a game and Furia was able to spot right away that the pitches were moving. It's that more mature and knowledgeable pitcher that I would like to see as a rival for Sawamura, not the antisocial dreamer, cocky and brute pitcher with no technique, understanding, or control that unfortunately was developed.
No bullshit. You'll understand if you actually sit down and watch some episodes, bro. I'm not joking. If you can squeeze in like 3 or 4 a day, you'll catch up pretty quick. I will
Right.
say season 1 is 75 episodes, season 2 is 50 episodes. You put those 125 episodes together, that's Act 1. We're on chapter 140 of Act 2.
Jeez.
Yeah. And the anime does a pretty good job of following the manga for the most part.
Oh, right on. Well, that's always good.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of like how they. I kind of like how a lot of modern anime are doing that now.
That
It's
is,
following
yeah.
the manga pretty religiously. But that's the story of a true anime adaptation. I think it needs to follow the manga.
All right, moving on to the next paragraph.
In that regard, I also like to see the difference between Miyuki and Ono way of thinking with Okumura.
Okamura.
Wow. Okamura. Miyuki and Ono way of talking with Okamura.
You don't have to go back and reread it.
Well,
Just-
I need
for the
It
future.
helps me. It helps
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to do it so that I just get the. I watched too much Blue. I have watched too much Blue Exorcist, so whenever I read that, I see
Okumura.
Okumura as
Okamura.
opposed to Okamura.
I've always heard it as Okamura Rin, and that's how I always heard it. I never heard it as Okumura when
Okumura is how it is, how it's pronounced in the English dub.
Oh no, that's why I only watched Blue Exorcist in Japanese, and it was Okamura.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's the disconnect. Okay,
Yep,
we've
yep.
identified it.
Okay.
The first always has that patronizing way of speaking to people. I personally can't handle it, lol. The second is calm and encouraging, and the result was obvious in Okamura reaction. Its other point that unfortunately wasn't well developed through the manga, how the way Miyuki deals with people isn't always the best, and particularly how it can and has affected the pitchers. Comparing with Chris, Ono and Miyauchi? Is that how you pronounce that?
Can't even recall his name correctly.
Can't
Uh,
recall his name correctly. That have much more positive influence to them.
hmm.
Hmm.
A small,
Another
yeah, I was gonna say, I'll do this one. Another small detail on Okamura is how similar he and Sawamura, uh, I'm sorry. Another small detail on Okamura is how similar he was to Sawamura in the way that he had bad experiences, was frustrated or disappointed with himself, but now just thinks in doing what he can at the moment. Exactly right, Sawamura, yeah, exactly like Sawamura in the Yips arc, and after obtaining some control, being useful at least that way.
also into not well developed. I also don't understand how every single chapter there are so many panels that aren't really necessary to the story, and that only shows the pace
Slows.
that is already slow by itself. I don't even talk about some of the dialogues. I'm referring to the constant panels where they're just reactions to background, transitions, people looking elsewhere. I feel that it could be developed in another way and chapter by chapter introduce more action dialogues that could give more pace to the manga.
Okay, we're gonna stop here for a second so I can just
Okay.
disagree and rebut this. Essentially, no, there has to be padding in a manga, because it can't just be all that stuff that you want it to be. I know you want the manga to move, especially when it comes to stuff like this, where we're like, there's X time left before we find out the big thing we all want to know. We want it to hurry up, but at the same time, and I know that I get mad and frustrated. I'm like, I want to get to it already. But at the same time, there is a reason to set all this stuff up because we've got so many characters we've got to cover, and
Right.
and there's and you need to have moments where you take your time with your panels, and you don't have a lot of dialogue suffers from an overabundance of dialogue. Even though One Piece is really good, and I love Oda's writing style. Like Oda is an amazing writer, but I think that the One Piece anime shine. I think that One Piece shines more as an anime than it does as a manga, due to the fact that there's no word bubbles, and you can actually see a lot of what's going on. A lot of One Piece feels like word bubbles with occasional art. That's why I'm saying that if Oda wrote the story and Kishi did the art, it'd be fucking amazing. But there's a lot of there. One Piece is very dialogue heavy, and that's probably one of the few things I would hold against it. All right,
Especially in later
yeah,
chapters, I would probably agree.
yeah. All right, finally on Ochai, the very first comment with "I admit yesterday Sawamura really did well" just says it all. When you say admit, it's pretty much conceding that you're on the fence, on the other fence. You're a coach, someone that should be neutral. Why the "I admit" if it isn't completely biased posture regarding Furia? The rest of his logic also doesn't make sense at all, but I already talked about it in the spoilers thread. Just love to see how the not giving the ace number to Furia would give birth to implication outside and inside the team. Like, if it's not giving the number to Sawamura would be the same, at least inside. Don't know if the outside is referring to the media/fans would just be an awfully illogical way of dealing with the number. Wouldn't the teammates be angry if the better pitcher in long months now with stellar performances and tough matches against one with okay/bad performances against weaker teams wasn't considered the ace, at least in the real world? But I guess the point of the conversation is to bring the exact sum point of the past again with Kataoka's "I won't sacrifice the team for Furia." Let's see. I think that Sawamura will be the ace. Overall, fun little chapter with lots of comparisons with the past. Okay. Not as you can see, not everybody that comments on here has English as a first language.
It's yeah.
Yeah. I think because we had that long essay of a comment, that's where we're gonna cut it for the comments. But since you're new to this and we kind of threw you into the deep end, what'd you think? What'd you think,
Sure.
Cody?
Well, honestly, the chat. I'm gonna have to. I think I would disagree with the uh, the add fluff, the too much fluff to the manga as well. I think it I think it kind of needs that, even if it's small world building. I think every single I think every panel holds at least some intrinsic value, and you could say that about manga in general. At least I could.
That
But this one, like, baseball is a team. Baseball's a team sport, and it has an
oh
audience,
yeah, big
and
team sport.
it needs to have all those different reactions to, you know, it's to show that the team is either in sync or can be brought together. I think that's very I think it's a very important part, especially with a story like this where it centers around the team aspect.
Agreed.
Even though we have Sawamura, who's trying to be the ace, who's trying to be like, yo, I just pitched 8. He's not rubbing it in anyone's face that we can see,
but 8 innings is actually pretty long for him. I don't
Okay.
know if he's ever pitched a full game. No, he may have, but I mean, there's a huge difference between what Sawamura is doing, what Adrian. We're gonna stick with Adrian because I know that's what we've been calling him.
Yeah, okay.
But essentially, there's a big difference between what Adrian has become now. I think that you'll have a greater appreciation for that if you're able to actually understand where he's come from, like not just from like what happens in the first act, but there's a lot of stuff that happens in the second act where the team does absolutely shitty and Sawamura is the only one that does well. Like, it's the first time we legit saw him like get hits, because normally he just swings and he does really poorly. Like, you'll see it through the first act. He can't hit for shit. And then, I mean, he could bunt like a motherfucker, but he can't hit for shit. And then he starts actually being able to hit, and he starts focusing on batting, and he starts maturing more, and he starts growing. And it is said that he pitched a fucking hell of a game, and then he comes around and he fucking scores while nobody else could do shit on batting. And they were like, it's almost kind of like Sawamura was really pissed at us. And they're like, oh my God, Adrian, are you mad at us? He's like, no, I'm mad at me. I could have done so much better. And I'm like, God damn it. That's why I love this character. But you'll get to see a lot of that. Yeah, he puts a lot on himself, but I mean, for good reason. He does have he needs to do that in order to expectations to reach those expectations that he's set for himself.
Certainly, yeah.
Yep. Any other thoughts or comments that you had on this manga chapter?
I'm actually kind of interested in how the catchers play into it. I'm gaining more and more interest in the catcher storylines here.
Well,
Miyuki.
I mean, we will continue doing these weekly chapters. Obviously, go check out like the anime and stuff. So,
yeah, man.
bring you in on that. Yeah. Alrighty. That's it for us, guys. We'll be back with chapter 141, and we'll see you, as always, later, Gators.